person over here would say, would anybody like to address the city council? We do this at the beginning of every meeting, okay? You want to say that? I'll say it. The council chair would say, would anybody like to address the city council? And you raise your hand if you want to speak to the city council. Would anybody like to address the city council? Nora. So Nora would have to go to the podium and talk about what you want to ask for, or what you think we should do better, or any ideas you have to run the city better.
Wait, do I have to say something?
Your name?
Yeah, say.
My name is Nora.
My name is Nora.
Say your address.
And I live at blah, 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 in West Haven.
Yeah.
What would you like the city council to look into? How about having a pool in Forest School?
A pool for school.
Oh, yeah.
Like to have a pool in Forest School?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we say thank you, and you go sit down. Now the city council has to decide, you're the city council, if we're gonna put a pool there. It's probably gonna cost $1 million. And does the city have the money, does it not have the money? So at first, let's raise our hands, who thinks that we should put a pool at Forest School? Okay. Now, we got, let's see, the third district. Where are we? 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go over here. This young man over here represents the third district. All right? How do you think the people in the third district are going to feel if Washington School doesn't have a pool, but Forest School is going to get a pool? They're going to be pretty mad, huh? And then when you have to go back and tell them, they're going to say, how come I didn't get a pool? That's good. Down the road, the rest might get a pool. How about anybody over there, let's say the 7th district? How would you tell your people, why are we not getting a pool, but Forest School is getting a pool? Or you could always change your mind too. You know, no? You still like the pool idea? Okay, so that's what we do. We talk back and forth about that, and some people will say, well, maybe you're right. We don't have the money for the pool, or my district needs a pool, and we don't have a pool. Does anybody have any ideas on that, or thoughts on if we should do a pool or not?
You guys could raise your hands if you have any.
And then the council chair will call on you, so you only talk if you're called on. So, let's see, I'll do your job. Who will call on you? Yep. But how about if your district doesn't have a pool? You're okay with that? Okay. Who else has a hand up over here? Okay, you.
I wouldn't be happy if my district didn't have a pool.
You wouldn't be happy?
Because everybody else, if they voted to have a pool, I would be the only district that to not have a pool, and I would probably feel
But
really
keep in mind, we're only going to have a pool in that one district. Everybody else isn't going to have a pool. All right, go ahead.
Like if the city council really good didn't have a pool, they would be happy because it's not fair to them that the city of West Haven might have a pool.
Right. That's a good point. And then we have one over here.
Maybe we shouldn't have a pool because then other people get smacked at them.
Right, okay. Anybody else? Okay, so now we have no more discussion and we decided to take a vote. So the chairman over here would say, someone has to make a motion to have the pool. So who wants to make that motion? Anybody want to say anything?
Olivia, say, I move that we have a pool at Forest School.
I move that we have a pool at Forest School.
Okay, then we need a second. Everybody would just raise your hand and say, I second that. You second that, okay. And then this is all the council chair who's hands. All in favor of having a pool, say aye.
Aye.
Everybody who doesn't want a pool, say no. Okay, the pool passes by it's unanimous vote, and that means that Forest School will get a pool. Okay, so
And their parents paying a whole lot more in taxes.
right, and that's how it works. That's how they make decisions here. And they talk about it, and then they take a vote. Okay, everybody got that?
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
So
that was fun, huh?
thank you, Mayor. So you guys got a little bit of an outlook of what town government's like. Now, the reason you're here right now particularly is Mayor O'Brien has chosen me to serve on for another term as Commissioner of Planning and Zoning in West Haven. And I am one of 5 commissioners in the town that make a lot of decisions very similar to the city council. Okay? So as a result, that appointment and your approval, thank you so much, Judge DeGennaro is here to swear me into another term. So Christian, who looks a little different today because he's part of this, is wearing a shirt and tie. very handsome. All right. And my daughter Nora, who I did not introduce you to, who is in 7th grade at Bailey, are going to be part of it too. My wife's working today. So first of all, we're going to start off. We're going to have a pledge of allegiance. Okay. So Mayor, or actually Madam Chair, why don't you lead us in the pledge of allegiance? Okay. So everyone stand up, and we all face the flag, the American flag. The American flag. All right.
Right in
Go
the
ahead and
front.
start off, Madam Chair.
Alright, Hiba. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Your Honor. All right. No, why don't you put the Bible over here? Where's your Bible? Yeah, that's fine. Which one are you using? This one, there's two. Not that penalty thing.
No.
Okay. The standard. Here. Because you won't be here. All right.
All right, Mr. Mullins, do you solemnly swear you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, the duties of the office as a member of the West Haven Planning and Zoning Commission to the best of your abilities, and so help you God?
I will, and I will also include the charter of the city of West Haven.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Your Honor. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed an actual swearing-in ceremony for a public official. Now, I'm going to explain this to you all right? When the city council meets, and the planning and zoning commission meets, and the board of education meets, and you're going to go into that room where they meet later on, there are times that we don't always agree with one another. But when we don't agree with one another, what do? Anyone know? Anyone have any idea what we do? Yes. Well, yeah, but leading up to that, when we don't agree on certain issues. Yes. Yeah, that can happen. Okay. But one thing we don't do, or we shouldn't do, and that is cause fights and disturbances and problems. Because in government service, we're not always going to get our way. We have to compromise. And this side will get a little bit of his way, and this side will get a little bit of their way, and we will all meet in the middle. That's how it should be. It doesn't always work that way. All right, so you may see some things on television in our political cycle these days with the presidential campaigns, and things don't look too good. All right? So it's very important that we all learn to work together. We're not always going to agree. The mayor and I are not always going to agree on every issue when it comes to development, but a lot of times we are going to agree. We may not agree on how exactly to meet certain goals, but in general, we have mutual respect for one another, and he has mutual respect for the members of the city council, and hopefully other members of the city council will have mutual respect for him as well as other commissions. Okay? So I hope this is a learning experience for you. Some of you may be a little bored, but somehow or another, you're going to be part of government, whether you're sitting out there, sitting up here, or at home. Because you know why? Whether you like it or not, you're still paying taxes. Okay? So why don't we start our tour? Thank you, Mayor. Would you like to say anything else?
No, just welcome, guys, to the city of West Haven. It was a pleasure having you. Hope you enjoyed our little mock council meeting.
Let's say thank you, Mayor O'Brien.
Thank you, Mayor O'Brien.
You're welcome.
All right, so we're going to go on a little tour. A few of the, you're going to get some goodies from a couple places, and we'll go from there, okay? All right, I'll leave it to you, Miss Mondo, as to how you want to conduct them out.
Sure.
All right.